yo, we can get some good work done with 3 days. Last week we had 3 teams, and it was probably our best day. All right, probably our best day. Today will be the same. The best thing I like about the 3 teams is if you lose, you got to sit, and that's life. If you don't produce, you're going to sit on the bench. If you don't produce, they're going to cut your ass. If you don't produce, something not good is going to happen. It just is what it is. All right, like I always tell y'all, how can you bring value to, I've been coaching 17, 16 years now, right? How can you bring value to that team? It just is what it is. How can you bring value to a team, you know, wherever? Funny story is we working out this morning, we working out, and KJ couldn't think of this motherfucker's name for nothing. Man, he was like, yo, he was busting our ass all weekend. And that's goes to show you, it's somebody everywhere that can bust your ass, y'all. He don't know this man from nothing. He don't even know his name. He was like, yo, he was killing us. He kills a lot of people. He ain't just started. He been killing. You understand what I'm saying? Gary too. Like, there's some guys in this motherfucker who can play, especially to you younger heads. I love it. Y'all some young motherfuckers. Y'all are good, boy. Y'all are really good. I like young time. Me and Earl was just talking about it. Earl, what we just talking about young time? How we like young time? We were just talking about it. You know, we were just talking about young time, right? We was talking about young time, how we like young time.
I like young time better than old time because y'all still got a lot to learn. You know your daddy on your ass every day. Like, it's the best thing. You come here, you go against all these older guys, these older players, and search for knowledge. Because you really ain't shit until you become something, and the next day you ain't shit the next day. There's always some other player coming on trying to take everything you got, and that's the beauty of basketball. You go at each other, make each other better, and meet each other in the league, and keep this shit rolling. That's how the tradition goes.
And that's great. That's why we like this young time. So it's a chance for some guys, it's a chance for everybody to get a little bit better today, and it's a chance to learn a lot, man. So let's make sure we take advantage of it. I'm gonna have a ball in here, my voice to help you get through it. I just want y'all to have just as much fun as I'm gonna have. All right? Older guys we already know. Even if the guy's on the other team, stop it if you want and teach him. All right? Stop him and teach him. Try to everybody bust each other's ass, but if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, stop them, teach them, coach them, because at the end of the day, every person that's in here is a part of my family, and I love y'all all like, and I want you guys to be good and accomplish your goals and dreams. And I'll be with you the whole step of the way, no matter what. Y'all know that. But let's make sure we push each other, have some fun. Don't be in here playing the wrong way, doing some bullshit. Play the right way. Anytime it's a dead ball, let's do something off the elbows. All right, anytime it's a dead ball, whatever you want off the elbows, make sure you talk. Make sure you talk as point guards, make sure you talk. On defense as a bigger guy, help each other, talk to each other, and let's get a little bit better. Does that make sense? Does that make a little sense? I hope so. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to go right away, guys. We ain't going to do 3-man weave. Listen for your team. 7 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Lonzo's best at doing that. I think Lonzo.
Block, boy.
pace got to be better.
For y'all that don't know, real quick, he was just the head coach of the Phoenix Suns.
So the pace got to be better. Meaning when you run, you're running for a lob to the rim. When you run, if you're a shooter, you're running for a corner three. That gives whoever's handling the ball space to create. All right? That doesn't happen. Now you get into half court. Spacing. Corners should always be fucking filled. It should be always a tandem between you and the other big. So when you dive to it's a pick and roll, you gotta dive to the fucking rim. Because that flattens the defense and that allows the ball handler to turn the corner on the pick and roll. The other big will come up to the opposite elbow. And the last thing is you got pace, you got spacing, and you got purpose. Everybody in here needs an identity. You do what you do, and you master that identity of what you do. And then you start to add to your game. What I see is a lot of players, and it's not your fault because you're young, you have no clue why you do what you do. You're just out there fucking playing. And he's up here trying to coach. And he can't be the loudest motherfucker in the gym. He cannot be the loudest motherfucker in the gym. Offensively, defensively, he should be the third or fourth. He should be the 6th voice, the 11th voice. There should be 10 motherfuckers out here talking. And y'all know, y'all did this shit. So pace, spacing, purpose. But you're young, it's gonna happen over time.
Thanks, EJ. Go ahead, Cat.
Well, I mean, what I just see is, you know, like they said, the purpose is what you have to have, right? And if whatever one of the vets are speaking to you, you got to take that and use it. When you're scared of or you have some type of insecurity of doing certain things, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. Every possession counts. Every single possession. I'm just talking about our team. We shot a couple of fucked up shots, and then once we kind of settled, our open shots were more clean, more clear, more crisp. They went in, right? I want you running the floor more. I want you more active, right? You do a great job of running the team. Great job. And I want you to bend down more, right? So, I mean, just everybody. Take it's constructive criticism. That's one. And don't take this as a sense of entitlement. What Rico's doing is special. It's special, right? This is not a sense of entitlement. This is a privilege to be able to be in here. It's a privilege. And make sure you're using that. So when you're on the sides, ball handling, dribbling, don't bring 1,000 motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? This is our church. That's it. Nobody else's. Your friends can watch that shit on YouTube or anything else. Right? When you're a scientist, you go in the lab, there's only certified motherfuckers in the lab. Everybody can't go in the lab. You go in the lab, you gotta have your shit on, the coat, the gloves, everything. That means if you ain't certified to be able to play this shit, you ain't supposed to be in this motherfucker. We serious about this. Stay serious. Don't be goofing off, laughing all the fucking time. You understand? Stay serious, because how you practice is gonna be how you play. I'm dead serious on that one. How you practice, how you play.
Just about your approach. You know what I'm saying? I'm always preaching approach. I'm saying, what's your approach every day? Whoever you're playing against, what's your approach towards that person? What's your approach towards getting better? What's your approach towards learning something you didn't know? You know what I'm saying? The day before, like, I'm always preaching. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell my son all the time. What's your approach today? You know what I'm saying? Who in front of you? How you gonna get better? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Looking in the mirror and being able to critique yourself. Like, what do I need to work on? And approach it that next day. Okay, I didn't do this day, whatever. My past season, I didn't shoot the ball well from whatever. Like, what's your approach to getting better at? You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to look at. If you can't critique yourself and look in the mirror, what Rico's saying up here, what Cat's saying, what Earl said, ain't gonna fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? You have to be your biggest critic. If you can't break your own game down and know what you need to work on, it's a fucking lost cause, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, what's your approach every day, man? How you gonna get better? How can you make somebody you playing against better? How can you make the team you own better? It's your approach. You can only control your work ethic. It's all approach, man. Every day, how can you get better? What can I do to get better? What can I do to make my team better? What can I do to make everybody the guy in here that I'm playing against better? I'm saying Rico called it, it's a family environment. So you making yourself better, but you pushing the guy that you're going against as well. You're helping him get better as well. So what's your approach, man?
I appreciate it for you three guys, man. Because the knowledge that these guys give, man, is awesome. You know, I'll tell you, people know this about me. I'm not for everybody, but it ain't nowhere else in the gym that you could get the #1 pick. You know, 15 years in the league, ex-NBA coach. Ain't nowhere else you can get this kind of shit. Nowhere. Ain't nowhere else in the world that got this kind of shit. Nowhere. I promise you. I'll put our shit up against anybody because I know our shit works. We build real dogs in here. So now when you get to the moment, man, I done did this shit all summer. Same way, like they said, the same way you here, you gonna do the same thing when you go to wherever the y'all going. I promise you. Don't change. When you get to changing too much, then you be up. It's like being a liar. When you lie so much, you like, see what I'm saying? Don't be a whole lot of changes. Same way you in here, the same way you're gonna be everywhere else. So here's what I'm gonna start doing with some of the young guys a little bit. You know, just talk. I want y'all to talk something to me. And then we're gonna get out of here in the next minute. All right, so, Jordan, you just got here. So tell me what you learned something today. You know what I mean? You about to be a junior next year?
Yeah.
Tell me something that you learned today. You've been with me all day. Look, you learned something in this today.
Yeah. Basically, like you were saying, your approach. The biggest thing I learned was just attention to detail. And when he was critiquing everything I was doing, I was just trying to improve.
Perfect. So that's great. So tomorrow, when you come in here, or tomorrow morning when we start, I'm gonna pay attention to my teaching, attention to detail. That's the approach that he's talking about. That's the approach that he's talking about. So now tomorrow, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna pay attention to the small things, getting to the corners, moving without the basketball, all the small things. Knowing that I'm left-handed. Everybody in the world know he left-handed. He don't go right. Now he beat you on a straight line drive right to the basket. Your coach at Butler gonna be tight as f. There's no help for straight line drives, is it? No help. If he just jab you and go, right? I mean, it's an offensive game in here too, but it's all defense as well. You see what I'm saying? Tell me one thing you learned in here with me today, because I told you a whole lot of stuff. We told you a lot of stuff. Tell me one thing that you think, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna do better when I come in here. Just one thing, because if you continue to have those days and putting those days together, by the end of the summer, you're gonna be like, damn. You know what I mean?
Be more vocal and run the team better.
Like Earl probably said that to you right when you came in here. You know what I mean? Just being loud. Both of them was loud. Earl used to not say one word when I first met him 20 years ago. He wouldn't say nothing, zero. But he played 15 years in the league. You know what I mean? Because he started talking. All right? You know what I mean? So that's huge. So tomorrow, when you running your team, yo, EK, you go there. Oh, Kmart, you go down there. Come on, now I need you. Or I'm in the hole, I'm with you. If you watch this shit, man, just talk. They just talking, man. Talking. And one last thing, big fella, all I need you to do is roll hard to the basket, rebound the basketball, and catch the and be in great shape. You do that, somebody gonna give you $70 million. You're 20 years old. Rebound, run, catch, finish. Roll hard to the bucket. Get in that pocket. I promise you, but you gotta be in great shape. We're gonna get you there. I appreciate every one of y'all, man. Let's get out of here. Same time tomorrow.
Good job, boys.
Same time tomorrow. I got more guys. Donovan Mitchell and those guys are coming tomorrow, so let's be on time. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.